Hello there. Welcome. Uh, let's go see if the fish are biting, shall we? As always, just go drop a like, comment, share, subscribe. Check out all my links. Follow what you can. Also, if you guys consider becoming a member or leaving a donation over $1 or more, will get you written down in the Hall of Fame. Also, I have an eBay store and a merch store. Both of those support me. Check those out. We're also running our first giveaway on the channel. How to enter, where to enter, all details are on the pinned community tab. Alrighty, today we are keeping it short and sweet today because I woke up this morning and it was at 4:30 and it was already 80 degrees, so that's fun. By like 9 p.m. or not 9 p.m. By like 9 a.m. it's supposed to be like pretty much 90 degrees, so that's fun. So we're gonna keep it to like 2 or 3 hours plus. Gotta go help out my brother and his family today and tomorrow. Still gonna go see Spider-Man tomorrow. Just had to push my showtime back, which is completely fine. But yeah, that's why we're out here earlier than 7, and it's only gonna be a couple hours. It's just really hot. And actually, it's supposed to just keep getting hotter this week and next week. Like next week, there's some highs of like over 110, which is just super fun. So we might be doing some real early streams. Might need to get a headlamp by next week. Because like right now, you guys can see stuff, but like if I were to come out 30 minutes to an hour earlier, it'd just be dark. Anyways, let's go ahead and see if we can't hit our goals of 100 likes, $5 in donations, and 1 member. Again, if we hit our goals today, we hit our goals. It won't be a full-length stream, so mainly just wanted to come out, try to catch a fish and stream for you guys. There's also some pretty nice views out too. Look at that. That's quite majestic. There's a great heron right there. There's a duck. I think that's the duck, or that's the duck. Queso, no. The cooked, exactly. It just kind of worked out that because school's starting back for college and public schools, and my sister-in-law works at the public schools, and my brother works at the colleges here. He doesn't, my sister-in-law directly works with the kids because she's a nurse, but my brother doesn't really directly work with kids, but they both are at schools, and school's starting back and whatnot, but school's not back in session yet, so kind of worked out that they asked me to help them out today or this week. I forget how long. It doesn't really matter because I'll go help them out for however long they need. It's not 9:25, it's 6:26 a.m. where I'm at. What's up, Melly? What's up, GJ? No pike or muskie because they don't live here. I don't have kids. It's my brother's kids. What's up, Freddie G? I'm doing great. We're trying to catch some crappie and largemouth, and then bass or catfish will also hit while we're throwing. What's up, Dister? Yeah. No, I'm in the U.S., Oklahoma. But yeah, we're just going to be throwing 2 jigs around. Hello, Aubrey. Hello, Seth. No, not even 5 minutes. I haven't even made my first cast yet. But yeah, we're just going to throw 2 8-ounce jigs with one of this, and then the other one, oops, excuse me. Where is it? It's somewhere on the pole there. It's the Christmas tree Yum curly tail grubs that we always use. Until it starts to cool off, I think we might just be throwing a bunch of jigs for the next couple weeks to a month or whatever. What's up, Frosty? How are you? Thank you. Appreciate you guys being here. Hit that like button, hit that sub, hit that bell notification. Consider becoming a member or leaving a donation. $1 or more will get you written down in the Hall of Fame. Again, guys, we're keeping it on the shorter side today because it's already 80 degrees. Woke up at 4:30. It was already 80 degrees today. It's supposed to be like 90 something by 9 a.m. And then also I got to help out with my family with a couple things, so. All right, I'll try destroyer. Is it destroyer or how do you say? Is it like destroy or is it something else? Never too warm. What's up, Ivan? Oh yeah, for me, I mean, honestly, I can come out always, no matter how hot it is. But whether we catch something or not, that's a different story. There's activity though. Yes, I've seen Tropic Thunder. It's been a minute since I've seen it. It's been like a couple of years, but I've seen it multiple times. Welcome in, everyone. How's everybody's Wednesday going? Thank you guys for 10 likes already. Let me know where you're watching from. We got Sweden in the house. Thank you for the like. Germany in the house. I think that was a bite. Nope. Maybe that. But yeah, we're probably going to start throwing just jigs and soft plastics mainly around. On my other pole, I eventually want to still use like 1/8 ounce jig heads, but I need to get ones with slightly like bigger hooks. So then we can, like, I could put a 3 or 4 inch soft plastic on these hooks, but it would look kind of funny. It would work, but it would be kind of funny. So that's why I want to get some bigger hooks. Not necessarily like heavier weights or anything. The weight is actually pretty fine. Just need to get like big overall hooks. Mexico in the house. What's up, Rograss? How are you? Tasmania. What's up, UG favorite? How are you today? Welcome in. Is about a 25-pound flathead that we caught last week right over here jigging. What's up, Shadow? How are you? Nothing yet. We've just been fishing for about 5 minutes. There's a bunch of activity though. It's just like if I put top water on, they're not going to hit what I throw. Trust me, guys. Can one of my mods just time out Seth for like 5 minutes? I just don't even want to deal with dumb people today. Did you not just hear me say I've been fishing for 5 minutes and then you change spots? Like, I just am not going to deal with it today. You're either going to get timed out or you're going to learn to be able to chat in my chat, people. Most of the time I can play along with you, but like, fucking, I'm already getting dumbass questions in the first 10 minutes. And grab fish, shout out. And I know you heard me say that because you were you had chatted earlier, and then I said something, and then I saw that chat. So like, please, like, thank you for the sub. Thank you, Freddie. Anyways. Guys, hit that like. Are we? What? How many likes are we at? We're already at 16 likes. Thank you, guys. We're almost a quarter of the way to that like goal. Let's see if we can't also get our other daily goals of well, it's 100 likes, 1 member, and $5 in total donations. Again, I'll probably say that this will probably be the last time I'll mention it for a little bit. About today will be a bit of a shorter stream, so if we hit our goals, then whatever. If not, then that's all right. Mainly just wanted to come out here and chat and fish with you guys. Thank you, Destroyer. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for 20 likes already. 5 more likes and we'll be a quarter of the way to that like goal. Come here, fishes. What are the fishes? I've seen activity under the bridge. I just don't ever really have too much luck under the bridge. I know everyone's just like, they're under the bridge. And I'm like, I have. When I first came out here, I did a lot. And barely, I've caught a few things, but most of my catches are next to the bridge, not under it out here. What's up, Chris? How are you today? Welcome in. Chris with the star. W. Chris, thank you for the donation. All right, one more set of fan cast with this guy, and then we'll throw the green guy around here and then move down the bank. Welcome in, everyone. How's everybody's Wednesday going? Anybody gonna go see the new Spider-Man this week? I'm going tomorrow. Oh. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. Yes, I love fishing to shore. What's up, Don? How are you today? If fishing was a girl, I would date it anyways. We got to remember that one spot down there where there's whatever's out there now. There used to not be a snag out there, but now there is. Nothing yet. Just not been fishing. What is that? 15 minutes? Actually, about 10 minutes. We'll see. As long as we catch one thing today, to be honest, because like I was saying earlier in stream, when I woke up this morning at like 4:35, it was already 80 degrees. So as long as we catch one fish today, that's like we'll call it a success today. It's already hot. Largemouth and crappie. We're throwing. Both poles have an 1/8 ounce jig head on it, and well, this one has like a little. It's like a white/cream with like flakes, little like minnow, and then the other one's just a Christmas tree curly tail grub. We're just gonna slow roll them back and kind of bounce them around and whatnot. Thank you guys for 25 likes. We're already a quarter of the way to that 100 like goal. Nope, that's not a fish. I could throw bread in the water, but I don't have any bread. Plus, that would also like take bites away from my lure. I'm fishing with artificial stuff. I don't necessarily want to throw bait that's not artificial if I'm gonna be fishing artificial stuff. That day's going pretty good. How about yours? It'll go even better once we catch something here. Alright, that was the last cast with this jig, and then we'll throw the other one around. See what color they want and stuff. Boom. It's the same jig head, just different soft tail. Nice. Well, if you are going fishing, good luck. Is anybody else going fishing today? This is freshwater, so no shark. I have caught a shark before when I've been deep sea fishing. It was an Atlantic sharp-nosed shark, but they're not very big sharks. They get up to about 4 or 5 feet long as an adults, but they're pretty skinny sharks. Mine was about 3 or 4 feet long. Yeah, we were deep sea fishing in the Gulf of Mexico for red snapper, and that shark just happened to hit mine. It's in the community tab somewhere. You just might have to scroll pretty far down. No. I don't think we ever really fished for that. It was like red snapper, drum, sea trout. Because we would go out on like charters or like private guides. And we didn't go tuna. We just kind of either we went out on the boat to like the deep sea fishing for like red snapper, or we stayed around like the bay with a private guide. My first catch like ever in my life, I don't to remember. Oh, that was a bite. I've been fishing pretty much since I can remember. And I'm 28 now, so pretty sure we had a bite right there. Oh, something hit it. Dang it. Something hit it like right as it landed. I was letting it sink. Thank you guys for 30 likes. We're almost a third of the way to that like goal of 100. Thank you guys for being here. Okay. Maybe they just want green today. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing, though. What's up, Christine? We're fishing for largemouth and crappie. Mainly kind of more crappie. Nice, Don. Nice. I don't remember my dreams. I have dreams, and I'll remember them for like 5 seconds when I wake up, and then I don't remember them. That sounded really depressing. I wasn't like, I'm not upset about it though, guys. Yes, my line got, not necessarily tangled, I guess snagged a lot. Thank you. I can't read your name because it's in another language, but thank you, thank you. Man, I thought I was an impatient fisherman, and then when I have people in my chat that have been here less than 5 minutes telling me to move spots, like, I thought I was impatient. No offense to anybody, but it's not even been, it's just now been 23 minutes, and not even that, like, of that time, it's only been like 20 minutes of that time actually fishing. Yes, we're in America, Jonas. We're in Stillwater, Oklahoma at Boomer Lake. Are you asking what line I use? Because this line is a Academy brand, H2OX brand. It's a 12-pound line. We're fishing for crappie and largemouth today. Pretty much anything that bites wants to bite too, though. Thank you guys for a third of the like goal. Let's get to 100. Hit that like, hit that sub, hit that bell notification. Thank you guys for being here. Look at that dinosaur. Thank you, Shadow. I posted them a few times. We're using little 1/8 ounce grubs with some different soft plastics that are like grubs and minnow swimming. Yeah, we don't have, well, at least, in Oklahoma, we don't have any perch. I was itching my leg, and I think we got a bite there. No, I won't be live tomorrow, though, guys. This week I'm a bit busy. From yesterday to next Tuesday, I'm busy. I have several things coming up. Hopefully we can get this back. I don't want to retie this soon. There we go. But normally, I take most Mondays off, and then Tuesday through Sunday, I try and get out here as long as my schedule and family health and weather allows. He's a pit and a healer mix. He's 5 years old. Alrighty, see you later. What's up, Joey Wolf? How are you today? It's well, I mean, it's a medium action pole. The reel is small. It's just a cheap little like $30 combo that you can get at Walmart. We're slowly upgrading our stuff here. Thank you, Joey. We're using two different. We're both have poles have 1/8 jig heads on them, and they're just one is like a little grub, green grub like this. The other one's like a little white minnow looking thing. Yeah, I think I'm always gonna try and get a pit bull, or at least a pit bull mix. They're good dogs. What's up, JSH? How are you today? Welcome in. A few more casts with this guy, and then we'll move down the bank. Honestly, what we might do, we might just go all the way down to the end and then come back. Thank you for that like and sub. Thank you, Don. Thank you. Easton. Yeah, for $100 a rod, you could get a really nice rod that would last you a lifetime for $100. Like as long as you didn't like step on it or shut it in a door or whatever, that rod would last you. $100 rod is an expensive rod. Like the rod that I'm eyeing for my next rod is about $50-$60. Reels are different though. The reels, I'll say once you're breaking like 150, that's about the midpoint range. Anything over like $300 is like on the higher end for reels. But like poles, if you're buying just a pole for $100, like I said, that pole should last you a lifetime as long as you take care of it. All right, see you later, Don. What's up, Zachary? Fishing for crappie and largemouth today, and then occasionally some catfish will hit it. I don't know if we'll get a catfish today. There's like zero wind. Normally the catfish will hit it when there's more wind. Hitting top water, it's just like I'll put like my Rebel cricket hopper on or something, and they just won't hit it. I think literally the only reason they're hitting it is because of these feathers. It looks like a bird got killed out here or something. There's a bunch of different feathers. What's up, M. Lud? How are you today? What's up, Emma? How are you? Welcome in, guys. Yeah, that's called a combo. If it came with the rod and reel, that's a combo. And right there, mainly, you're probably mainly paying for the pole. On combos like that, you're mainly paying for the pole. You can find, there's some, like I said, this one's $30, and I've caught some really nice fish on it. But after a year and next year, this pole's probably going to be all messed up because I'm going to use it a crap ton. But $30 for a year use of a pole is actually really good, so. But like I said, if you get more expensive stuff, it should last you a long time. Get out of there. Get out of there. There we go. What's up, Excellent? How are you? Nothing yet. Nothing yet. It was 80 degrees when I woke up at 4:30 this morning, so as long as we catch one fish today, I'll be happy. What's up, Gary? Yes, exactly. Like, you can get some really good gear. if you're willing to spend a little bit more than like the cheaper stuff, anything from like $50 and under, if you're willing to just spend like $20 more, you can get some really good gear. You don't have to go out there and spend $500 on a setup. You can find some really good gear for a lot cheaper than like these. No offense, but I really don't like a lot of how the YouTubers do the fishing stuff. Like the Mr. Beast style fishing videos. Don't get me wrong, those are popular and they're much bigger channels than me. They make much more money than me. So they're doing something right, but at the same time, I really don't like that type of fishing videos. Because it makes everyone have this narrative of you needed the most expensive bait, the most expensive gear, blah blah blah. Even if they're not straight up being like, guys, this is what you need, they're still like, they're doing it indirectly with just certain things they might say or do in the video. And it's only because of the way they're formatting their video, like a Mr. Beast video. If they just went out there and was like, guys, we're fishing with a $50 bait today, let's see what we can catch, I would be like, okay, hell yeah. But instead they have to be like, we're starting with the cheapest to the most expensive. And then of course they don't really catch anything with the cheapest stuff, and then they'll catch something with the most expensive. Yeah, no, you definitely don't need a $200-300. I'm gonna get about a $200-300 combo here soon, just because I want to upgrade and I want to take the next step of some nicer gear. But that's about as much as I'm gonna spend, is about $200-300. I'm gonna try and get it under about, like, if I can find some good stuff, but like I said, the pole that I'm eyeing is like $60, and then if my real budget is probably going to be like $150 if I even buy one that expensive. So you just have to look. Go look for yourself. You guys be surprised the quality of stuff you can find for how cheap. Let's move down. What's up, KJ? 1,000 in a fight? Flies. Just regular old flies. 40 likes already? Jesus, in the first 30 minutes. Thank you, guys. Yeah, Zebcut, like you don't really need that expensive stuff. Yes, exactly, Chris. The other Chris King. Yeah, no, if your guys are gonna do like more expensive, on the more expensive end, like anything over $100, I would suggest putting your own combos together. But if you're just looking for like to just get out and fish, you can find a really good combo for like $50 or less. Not insects, animals. 1,000 of. Am I in my habitat, or are we in their habitat? What's up, Flavia? How are you? Okay, so I would say crappie, and we're in my habitat. We're at my house. Obviously, crappie have to have water to live, but I'm fighting, like they're jumping out at me, and I'm fighting them. So crappie, because they don't fight worth a shit out here. That's why I asked about habitat. Because if I was in the water and there's 1,000 crappies swarming me, trying to like kill me, then I could see them winning, because I can swim, guys, but like water, a lot of people underestimate water. Guys, we're almost halfway to that like goal. I'm gonna try and catch one fish for us today, guys. Yeah, they're like the weakest fighters for sure. At least around where I'm at. They don't fight too hard. Actually, the smaller ones fight way harder than like the bigger ones do. Oh yeah, I said we were gonna walk down to the end and then back. Let's do that. Let's just do that. Because normally we end down there like as the sun's coming up, and I don't get to fish it for as long as I quite want to. The shade stays more along this bank longer than down at the end here. Plus, honestly, they just might be a little bit further out on this peninsula because it does get a bit deeper out this way. Actually, trout might be a contender for the weakest fish. That is true. Like weakest fighting. Plus, actually, I changed my answer. Trout. I would fight 1,000 trout because trout can live into inches of water. It can live in inches of water, and so I could just go right out in the middle of the stream and just start whacking them off. It would literally be like up to over my ankle. Like you could find trout in that like short, shallow of water. Yeah, but trout, like I said, the trout aren't gonna bite me. Like unless if they're like, I guess if they're like fight mode, they might bite me. But even then, their teeth aren't that big. I think you're thinking of sea trout anyways. Freshwater trout don't really have teeth. But I would change my answer to trout because crappie also tend to be in deeper water. But like I said, trout, you could literally walk out in 6 inches of water and there'd be trout there. That's who I'd fight 1,000 of. Rainbow 1,000. Actually, I would fight 1,000 brook trout. I believe those are the trout, those real small ones. I'd fight 1,000 of those. Guys, can we get 3 more likes for halfway to that like goal of 100? Let's see if we can hit our other goals of $5 in donations and 1 member. Thank you guys for being here. What's the like real small little trout that live like in the smallest bodies of water? Is it what I'm thinking of? I just don't know a lot about trout, to be honest. How are you today, band animals? No, that's not. The rainbow trout are small, and they live. But there's even a smaller trout that gets smaller than that, and they live in even more shallow of water. It's not rainbow. There's another one. I forget what it's called. I think it was brook trout, I believe, but I could be wrong about that. So I know for sure it's not rainbow, though. It's not rainbow. Because I know what rainbow trout look like and everything. It's not a rainbow trout. I've caught rainbow trout before. Oh yeah, guys. I did. Speaking of yesterday, I told you guys I emailed some of the first brands on getting like a sponsorship or something along the lines, or like a care package or whatever. And I messaged Zoom, and they said they couldn't do anything right now, which is all right. I'm gonna expect that a majority of these companies might deny or just be like, we can't do anything right now, which is completely fine. I understand that. It's just part of doing what I'm doing. But it was so cool just the fact that as a company even said anything back. And it was actually like an email too. It was from an actual person. It wasn't just like an automatic reply thing. But they didn't say like no. They just said that they already have so many other, pretty much what they said. They were like, you're a little bit too small of a channel for us to want to do that right now. But they said it very politely. But I still thought it was cool just the fact that they even said anything back, because they were like one of the last people I've emailed, because I'm trying to do like 4 or 5 a week, and we've already done like 5 this week, and they were like one of the last people, but they were the first person to respond. Honestly, it would be cool if one of them wants to sponsor me, but the main thing I'm trying to ask is maybe like a care package, and then I can like use whatever they send and do some reviews, and then maybe that'll turn into like a sponsorship or something. That's my main goal right now. But maybe one of these companies might want to take a chance. I know sometimes companies will just take a chance, because then if that creator grows, then they have a good creator that they're sponsoring and blah blah blah. Plus, it's just good PR on the company if they're helping out smaller YouTubers and whatnot. Yeah, that's what they mentioned. They said that they mentioned that they have a lot of pro anglers, but then they also mentioned that it was pretty much, I forget the exact wording. They didn't say that my channel was small, but the wording, the way they worded it was they were saying, you're like, yeah, you're not big enough quite yet. Thank you, Chris. I appreciate it. Yes, no, I actually did. I just haven't yet, but like, because we have an academy here, so that would work out. And so, yeah, no, I'm gonna reach out to Bass Pro Shop Academy, Dick's. I don't know about Dick's. Dick's does do fishing, but they're a little bit more on this other like mainstream sports. Not like, I'm not saying that like in a bad way, but like basketball, football, soccer, whatever. What's up, Lee? What's up, Pancake? How are you guys today? Yeah, the H2O. This is actually their line. This is the line from Academy. My favorite YouTuber growing up? That's hard. I guess I would have to say Rhett and Link, because I still watch them. Most of the people that I watched fish. Nice. Most of the people I watched as a kid, I either don't watch them anymore or they don't make content. But Rhett and Link, I watched Rhett and Link before Good Mythical Morning, and then now they do Good Mythical Morning, and I still watch that every day, so I'd probably say them. Boom. First fish is a crappie. Nice. We got the skunk off. But I watched like all the like Dave, Ryan Higa. I'm not going to attempt to say his actual YouTube name because it's close to the N-word. Kev Jumba, Rocket Jump. Like before they were Freddie, it was Freddie Wong. I watched like Fred. Do you guys remember Fred? Like I was on YouTube in 2007 watching like all the OG, like if you named a YouTuber before like 2016, I probably would at least have watched one video of theirs. Vanos, yeah, I used to watch Vanos. I used to watch a lot of. I don't really watch too much gaming stuff anymore. It's just kind of like if I would rather play the actual game than watch it. But I used to watch a lot of gaming content. I just kind of grew out of watching it, just a personal thing. I do watch competitive Call of Duty, all of Optic Gaming, FaZe Clan. I watched all of them. I watched FaZe Clan before they had like 50,000 subscribers. Like, I'm an OG on here, dude. Kicking their best. I have thought about, because I know some of these bigger YouTubers have some brands and stuff. Like they make their own whatever it is. Either some sort of fishing lure, or it's like, because like I don't know if you guys know who Lojo is, but he makes energy pouches, like nicotine pouches, but it's with caffeine. Bravo Energy or whatever. Yeah, they also sponsor smaller stuff too, Gary. You never know when you ask. That's what a lot of the, like when I've listened to a lot of these YouTubers that are bigger, and they're like, guys, don't be afraid to ask the bigger companies for sponsorships or whatever, because even if they don't necessarily sponsor you, they might send you like a care package of equipment or baits or something, and then that can turn into something down the line. Or bigger companies like Bass Pro Shop can take a chance and actually sponsor someone smaller, and if they see something in them, and then if that person gets big, then Bass Pro Shop is already a sponsor of that channel, and they already have a good relationship with that channel. Am I expecting to get Bass Pro Shop or like Academy right now? Hell no. But like I said, you never know. You gotta ask. Same with like my goals on my stream. You guys got to set goals to hit them. You got to ask for sponsorships. If you just sit there waiting for sponsorships, I mean, maybe you might get some, but the majority of people I hear that get like sponsorships and then they eventually get the bigger sponsorships, it's they went out of their way to email these companies and stuff. What's up, Johnny? How are you? Yes, exactly, Gary. Yes, Thompson, I haven't gotten it yet. I was actually going to go either today or tomorrow to go get it. Yes, my Battlefield. I will never forget my Battlefield history, Ivan. I go back and watch stuff still. I look at Battlefield 6 too. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't like Battlefield 6. I thought I did at first. Yeah, exactly, Cody. Yes, Thompson. I'll try to find you one. Thank you guys for 55 likes. We got past the halfway point. I didn't notice it, but thank you guys. What time is it? We got about an hour and a half, 2 hours left of fishing. What's up, Ed? I'm going to call you Ed if that's all right. But yeah, I don't know if you heard Cody. I don't know if you just came into the stream or if you were just chilling, lurking or whatever. But the first company that emailed us back, it was a no, which is all right. It's cool to me. It was the Zoom brand. Come on, get out of there. Yeah. I just really don't want to retie. I have everything in my pocket. I After the last few days, I would just like not to retie. Actually, before we start throwing any way that way, we got to throw the yellow feller around, or the white feller around. I go fishing next weekend for trout. Well, good luck, good luck. We're fishing for crappie and largemouth today, Ironhead. How are you today, though? Yeah, exactly, Lee. I'm like literally on Monday night was the first like few emails I sent out. I'm slowly, I think what I'm going to do is do about 4 or 5 of them a week. So that way, in case if they do start emailing back, I don't get overwhelmed or anything. But also, I don't want to just spam a bunch of companies either. But at the same time, you still got to ask. But yeah, I'm asking like not just bait companies too, like anything that kind of is either adjacent with fishing, I'll ask too. Like if a backpack company or like an e-bike company wants to sponsor me or something like that, I would also take those. Yeah. That's actually a good idea. I should ask it. Just the first time I thought about it, asking in like a e-bike or scooter company to send me one. Nice, Cody. Alrighty, see you later, Shadow. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, Ironhead. Ask Zek Fishing. Okay, Jonas. What's up, Chris? How are you today? Welcome in. We're in Stillwater, Oklahoma at Boomer Lake. Alright. Okay. I don't know why I do that sometimes with my casts. Which way is it around my pole? There we go. Yeah, take pictures. Yeah, like my glasses are they're Cast King, and so like I took a picture of them, and I also, if I can tag them on YouTube, I try to tag the products that I like bring with me and stuff too. All right, let's not throw that way. That's shallow then. Okay, Jonas. I don't know if I'm in the United States. I don't know if they would sponsor someone in the United States or not, though, but it doesn't hurt to ask. Alrighty, see you later, Chris. Chris, I'm tired, guys. Sorry. Have a good day. Yeah. It's really not too bad right now, but that's just because there's a breeze and I'm next to the water. Guys, we're almost 2/3 of the way to that like goal of 100. Hit that like button, hit that sub, hit that bell notification. Consider becoming any level member, or if you donate $1 or more while I'm live, you'll be written down in the Hall of Fame. Again, today, normally we're out here between 3 and 4 hours, except for Fridays. Some Fridays we'll go a little bit longer if the fishing's good. But today, from yesterday to next Tuesday, I'm busy. So this week, it'll be a little bit less fishing streams, and then today with the heat, and then there's a couple things I gotta go do too. We're gonna keep it on the shorter side today. Still about an hour though, hour and a half left to fishing. Oh no, I'm not trying to go pro or anything. There we go. Second fish is a crappie. They're shallow, a little bit bigger. No, I'm just trying to be a live fishing YouTuber. Boom. Almost a slab. Not quite. He has the length, but not the girth. Second crappie. No, I'm just asking for sponsorships so that way I can make more money and do more things with my YouTube channel. It was 84%. Jesus. I don't know what it was. The humidity last night here in Oklahoma was, but when I woke up at 4:30 this morning to go on my walk, it was already 80 degrees outside. Thank you guys for 60 likes. Nah, I don't ever really. I mean, I might change my mind down the line. Who knows? Who knows what might happen in life? I might eventually want to try and go pro, but I don't really. I used to be a very competitive person growing up, and I don't like to be competitive anymore like how I used to. I don't mind competing and doing like playing games and different things and competing against each other. But when I say I used to be a competitive person, I used to turn everything into like a competition, even if it wasn't supposed to be. And the main thing I don't want to like try and go pro in fishing because that's not why I do it. It's to be competitive. What's up, Pancake? Yeah, I did see that. Like, actually, that's what. But the tournament he entered was like it was like because there's two tournaments going on. The one that he won, there's like an actual pro tournament, like the actual pro scene. But then there was like he is a pro. Don't get me wrong, but there's like the league. There's several pro leagues, and he won the like invitational side of it, where they invite like celebrities and YouTubers. Which don't get me wrong, that's still a really good win and everything. But I would actually. The reason I'm saying that is I would do that, but like I don't know if I would try to enter into one of the professional leagues. Yeah, fishing clothing companies too, for sure. Yeah. Well, that's also where like some of these bigger brand like some of the like academies and stuff might come into play with like their clothing instead of like fishing equipment. You know, I watch Hood Fishing. He actually, like a month or so ago, one of his videos, he came out to Tulsa to go paddle fishing. What? Eight's your favorite? What? Oh, I wouldn't wade out here anyways. It's so unsafe to wade here. The only part I would wade is back that way, where it's like actual natural, like right here. There's literally a slant, and it goes like that all the way to the bottom. I wouldn't, no matter what type of shoes I have, I would be slipping. I would not wade at this lake, except for back in the creek there. No, I'm saying like it's not because I don't want waders. I'm saying I wouldn't. I would. You would just, no matter what type of person, like even the most athletic person with the best sticking shoes, they would still slip out here. That's what I mean. It's literally like, I don't know if the camera quite picks it up, but this is quite the angle. Like I get a decent calf workout standing out here, guys. It's at least around a 45-degree slant, at least. What's up, Tommy Does Fishing? See, I actually I wear 12s and 13s, so I would just be able to get them. No, at the other lake I fish at Sanborn, for sure I would. At Sanborn, I would wade out there. That's where I'd use the waders. Here is just so unsafe, no matter what type of like shoe you have on. Nope. I don't know if you're trying to be negative or not, Spot Snatcher, but that comes off as negative. Like, I'm just not. I'm going to hold my tongue, and that's all I'm going to say. That comes off as negative towards me. Why would that be your first chat in my chat? Anyways, I'm going to move on. What's up, Pancake? How are you? Well, yeah, I mean, obviously. It just kind of comes off like, I don't know if you're just joining or not, though. Because we've been talking about sponsorships all stream, and then you come in and it's like, actually, sponsorships are getting less and less. That's how I read that. Actually, that's exactly how I read it. I'm sorry if that's not how you meant it, but with how the conversations we've been having in chat, and then that chat comes in, that's how I read it. And it's also pretty common sense, too. The more the world grows, the more people fish, more YouTubers, less spots for sponsorships. What's up, Cody? How are you? Yeah, exactly. Excellent. That's why it comes off as negative, because we've been talking about like how I'm reaching out for the first time, and then you come in and be like, actually, the spots are getting less and less. I'm in the business. Well, actually, I don't want to work with you then if you are in the business. If that's like, how about a hello, or how are you doing? And then you introduce yourself and you're like, I'm in the business. And then maybe you say that. Like, plus, also, that's probably why there's less and less spots, because there's these dumbasses that work for these companies, and then they give them to the wrong people, and then the company has a bad experience with that person, and they're like, we don't want to sponsor people anymore. Yep, we literally, like, you missed a whole ass conversation, dude. Holy shit. Or maybe you didn't. Maybe you heard all of it and you're saying this for whatever reason. I'm also not trying to be pro. I'm not trying to join a pro league. What's up, Cookie? How are you? My favorite fish is a largemouth to catch, probably. I like how even like he was like, I'm not being negative, and then his next chat is like, even the pros can't get it. It's like, what the fuck? What kind of tone are you like? What? What? Fuck, dude. Oh, fuck, man. Sorry. It just really hurts my brain when there's people like this in my chat. I try to be nice, guys, but it's just really like, this person is not real. This person is not real, dude. There's a lot of people, and then it's just like, Jesus Christ. I didn't fucking ask for your opinion. We're having a conversation with chat, and then here comes your negative opinion because you're in the business and you think you know better. Just because you're in the business doesn't mean you think you know better. I don't give a fuck who you are. What's up, Anto? How are you today? Thank you guys for 69 likes. Oh, there's a bite. You want a sponsorship from Bash Tracker or Mercury? Well, it's not just Spot Snatcher. It's just like, because we've been getting bigger and bigger. It's not just him. He's grouped in with a bunch of other people. I just don't understand. Like, I don't understand why, like, everyone feels the need to share their fucking opinion. Especially when it's a negative one like that. Especially when we weren't really, like, we were talking about sponsorships. And I literally said I might get denied a bunch of times, but it takes the one time. And then here comes this guy. Actually, like, just shut the fuck up. Please. Yeah, that's what I thought, Cody. Anyways, I'm gonna move past it, guys. Let's go cast off this edge here. We'll cast here, and then we'll move back down towards the bridge slowly. Oh, really excellent? I didn't know that. Thank you. I hope we catch more fish too. Fuck, dude. It just really hurts my brain. It just hurts, like... it's not Snatcher either. I just am thinking about all the chats I've had recently, and it's just like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, there's really a bad problem with, like, the education system in America. And you guys might not think that's what it comes from, but that's exactly what it comes from. It's maybe not exactly like a class or whatever that was taught, but just like being in social settings and stuff and learning like how and when to say certain things. And the more I get popular, the more that we get people in here that just didn't grow up with learning those like social cues and different things. Trust me, I'm a fucking socially awkward person. I miss a lot of social cues, but a lot of the ones that I do notice and recognize are pretty like widespread ones that a lot of people follow. And like I said, the more I get popular, the more like it just boggles my brain, dude. Like, I don't know what else to say. It like scrambles the fuck out of my brain. And I'm like, I'm gonna stop talking about it, but it just scrambles my brain so much, man. Why so serious? That's why, like, guys, like, you'll like this one wasn't a bad one. It just really scrambles my brain. But like when we have some actually like really like dumbass people in chat sometimes, that's why sometimes I'll be like, okay, guys, I'm gonna forget it, but I just can't because it just scrambles my brain so much. Thank you, Cody. Anyways, I'm gonna try. Let's just move on. Oh, hell yeah, Freddy. Yes. Post a picture in the community tab. I want to see it. Hell yeah. W Freddy's, guys. He's the first. Well, my parents ordered a sticker. And that's the sticker in the giveaway, actually. But Freddy is the first person to order. That's someone like on YouTube. That's not like a family member. W Freddy's. He ordered a "Have a good day, have a good night, have a good future" shirt. Welcome back, Pancake. He's the only person. I don't even have those shirts. I'm gonna start ordering some of my merch though, so that way I can rock it out here and whatnot. Especially the slides, at least. All right, let's down. I'm not even gonna throw this other pole here. The sun's coming up. Only cool guys fish. And like I hate to rant like that too, because maybe that guy, maybe the sports guy, maybe he could have led us to a sponsorship somehow. But it's just like I said about just like social cues and different things like that. I just. Anyways. W Freddy's for the first person with any sort of like particular merch. Exactly, Cuddy. That's kind of my thing. I just don't really care most of the time, but I can pick up on things. That's what I mean. I don't know. That's why it's not just like the educational system. There's a few factors, but the education system is one of the bigger factors. Oh, I actually wrote. I have a list of merch ideas. I wrote that one down last night, actually. I think we're gonna do a shirt and a hat. The shirt is gonna say "Cranker Banker" I'm gonna get a crankbait and Photoshop it and remove the background. And the shirt will say "Cranker Banker" with a little I think I'm gonna do like a white crankbait on it. And then I'm gonna make a hat probably that says "Cranker Banker." Maybe a sticker. Good morning, Will. How are you today? I'm doing great. It's hot, but other than that, I'm doing great. I've caught 2 crappie today so far, which is a plus because of the heat. Thank you guys for 71 likes. Can we get 29 more? There's a great egret flying. Can we get 29 more for that 100 bomb and probably the only goal we'll hit today? Or let's also try to get the other goals of $5 in donations and 1 member. It is very warm water. It probably feels cold to me because it's very hot outside, but if I had to guess, the water temperature is probably somewhere in the high 80s or low 90s. We're going for crappie and largemouth. Yes, it did, Sports Snatcher. I'm sorry. It wasn't. Yeah, I'm just sorry. I'm a bit of a shit talker and like to rant sometimes. So sometimes I might say a little bit too much, but nope. What's up, Azuro? How are you today? No alligators or crocodiles or sharks or anything here. The only thing I kind of have to worry about is slipping and falling or maybe a snake or two. But even then, it's a bit hot for those snakes to be out at this time at least. Fish. Ooh, he's long. He's long. This white minnow guy is catching a lot bigger of the crappie out here. Did it go this way? Got him right in the corner there and some... Yeah, if he was thicker, I would say he's a slab, but he's definitely long. Definitely like 8 inches around it. Probably a little bit over it. Not quite a slab though, but decent. He's on the bigger side out here. Is 92 also? Damn. Yeah, let me touch it. Oh yeah, it's not like warm to the touch, but it's definitely not cool. Yes, James. How are you today? Excellent. Yes, Oklahoma. Did someone ask where I was? Yeah, the water temp's probably like mid 80s, high 80s right now here, but the sun is right there. Once it gets a little bit higher, it'll increase it. Plus, also the top part of the water cools off faster, so deeper might be a tiny bit warmer. I know most of the time if you go deeper, it's supposed to get cooler, but it's just so hot here. Yeah, if I had to guess, the water temp right now is probably about 85-ish around there. But like I just said, once that sun comes up, if you guys have been around on the streams, you guys know that sun, once that sun gets over these trees, the fishing pretty much shuts down for the day too. Unless if you can get out on a boat or something and get under some of these bridges out here. This lake is good fishing. It's just in the middle of summer. There's not a lot of shade out here for bank fishermen to access. There's a lot of structure and a lot of good like fishing spots, but it's just right in the middle of the sun. Was that a bite? I don't know. Kind of felt like one. Thank you guys for 76 likes. We're over 3/4 of the way to that like goal. Thank you guys for being here. What time is it? Okay. We've got about an hour 20 minutes left of fishing today, guys. We're also real close to 2,500 subscribers, so hit that sub button too. And the community post? Okay, cool. I'll check it out after stream then. I always check the community post after stream, guys. My biggest catch, like my PB or like today? My PB is about a 25-pound flathead. No, we're stuck. What? We are next to the bush. This is... What moved out there? There used to not be snags right there. Must be like a big log or something. I used to be able to cast out there and not get stuck. But now, 2 days in a row... Whatever, I'm not too upset about losing this. That's why we're throwing the jigs today. I'm tired of losing crankbaits on snags that randomly appear. whatever. Mainly as long as we get that line back. All right, let's retie. Today is probably that crappie we just caught, actually. Yeah, I got it. It bent the hook out, but whatever. There's catfish out here, and I don't like to put... I would normally, like, if I was at my other lake I fish at, I'll just bend this hook back, but there's catfish out here that will bite this a lot of the times, and I don't want to lose those guys. Plus, this jig head and the minnow was from yesterday, which we might... Or no, it's all torn. It's torn up. Let's put it like that. Let's feed it all the way through here so I don't poke myself when I reach in my pocket later. What's up, Joshua? How are you? Damn, I'm jealous, Cody. I throw Arky brand crankbaits. Anything with like pink, red, yellow, blue, but the Arky, ARKIE, I like, those are my recent favorite ones. I like to throw the size 220 and the size 350. I like the size 220 slightly better because the size 350, because they're bigger, they dive and tend to get a little bit hung up out here more. I don't have any size 350 right now because I've gotten hung up. I have 2 of the 220 size. I like those a tiny bit better. I like, also, the reason I like those crankbaits is I tend to throw on the smaller side for the lures and stuff. I like a little smaller to micro stuff. Because a lot of the people out here will come out with the, your stereotypical bass setup, which, I mean, it works, don't get me wrong. But the reason I like to throw smaller stuff is because of that. And I tend to catch a little bit more. And I still catch some pretty good sized fish too. Yeah, guys, we're using these hooks. We're using these and these. We have the yum on that pole. You granny knotted. I forget what the knot. That's the only knot I know how to tie. I forget what it's called. A beautiful red-breast sunfish yesterday and a fat deer photo. It might have been pregnant, but I think nice. I love catching like the bluegill and stuff when they're all colored up out here. I know we have some red ear in some of the creeks around here. I've caught a couple before. They're real pretty. What's up, Daniel? How are you? Okay. Why am I being dumb right now with this? Normally I don't have trouble putting this on. What is going on? There we go. There we are. I don't know what was going on that first time there. Anyways, let's get away from this snag. Plus the sun's coming up. Let's go down by the bridge. What's up, Huncole boys? No, I don't keep fish. I catch and release. I'm not a vegan or anything, but I don't necessarily want to kill animals. But I do eat meat. Like I said, I'm not a vegan. But if I don't have to kill them, then that's good. I just don't really like to kill animals like myself, unless if I have to. Like if the world ended and whatnot, then yeah, sure. Or like if I was homeless or something, yeah, sure. But if I want some fish, I'll go buy some. Except for like, I guess like some of the crappie. I guess you can't really go buy like crappie at a restaurant around here. You can only get like catfish. Whoa. I think that was a carp. Yeah, it was like making a little like grunting noise. Catfish make little grunting noises sometimes. It's either a clinch knot or improved clinch knot. Okay. Oh yeah, there is a hang up right here to my right too. I remembered that. What's up, Judd? Yes, I remember you. How are you? Thank you guys for 80 likes. Let's get 20 more for that 100 bomb. Let's see if we can't hit our other goals of $5 in donations and one member. Either a new member or a gifted member will work. Yeah, no, they'll like make little grunting noises. I believe channel cats do that. Some other catfish do that too, but the ones that I catch are channel cats that make noise. We're in Stillwater, Oklahoma at Boomer Lake. I've always used curly tail, but I've never really used paddle tail a whole lot. I'm just now starting to like want to get a little bit more into soft plastics and stuff recently. So we're definitely going to be buying some more other style tails and soft plastics other than the curly tail, but curly tail is the main one I use. It works pretty well out here. I've used this style of bait, not this color, but the style of minnows I've used before, just a green. I guess this is kind of like a curly tail also. But I went to Academy the other day to get these, and there's a couple other ones that I'm going to get. There's actually quite a bit that I was like, ooh, I want to try those out. There's like scissor tail ones. There's the paddle tail ones. There's a few different ones. Trout make sound when you catch them too? I did not know that. I'm doing great, Judd. I've caught some trout. We used to go to Roaring River in Missouri and go trout fishing there when I was younger. I haven't gone since like middle school, junior high school, somewhere around there. Dan said busy. You know, Dan's probably a bit busy right now. Oh, the Perry Lake has trout, really? I did not know that. I might have to go catch a trout over there then. What the heck? All right, one more set of fan casts with this guy, and then we'll throw the other grub around here. Quit yanking your cranker finger. No, Dan's on the East Coast. So he's always ahead of us with the work and whatnot. Oh, really? I had no idea that they did that. Because, like, I know at Lake McMurtry, they stock, like, sauger and walleye. But I didn't know that they stock trout. It's probably, I wonder what, it's probably during the colder times. Like early spring and beginning of fall, I would have to guess. Because otherwise, I imagine the trout would just die with this heat. Dan is buying another company right now. Kitech fat swing impact. Okay, I'll have to look. I'll have to look for those. Cause I'll throw a big I'll throw a bigger one too, like 4 or 5 inches. I don't mind throwing that. But anything bigger than that, I tend to stay away from just because of personal preference. I've never caught a walleye either. But I do know they stock them there because there's a sign. I did catch one little baby sauger out there. The sauger I caught too was like I said, it was a baby one, and it was on a spinner bait. I like barely felt it. I just I felt like a tap. I set the hook and then I brought him in. I actually thought I had lost it for a second. That's how not much of a fight that guy was. But yeah, walleye I haven't caught. Sadly, those both of those lakes have awful internet connection. Otherwise, I would go out there and stream. Yeah, no, I remember Kitech because I used to play airsoft when I was a kid. I believe they also made maybe they weren't made for airsoft, but they worked on the airsoft guns. You could buy accessories and stuff. There's walleye and boomer? I did not know that. I knew there was there's the 3 different types of catfish. There was the drum, there's carp, and then obviously you got, your largemouth bluegill and all that stuff. Crappie. Airplane. What's my what this morning? Bait. Okay. We're using 2 different jig heads. They're both the same size, 1/8 ounce jig head, but this guy's a little minnow, which we're going to put down right now. And then the other one we're about to throw is a little curly toe grub. Okay, 17 more likes. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, hit that bell notification. I kind of need to take a poop. Oh no. No. Gosh darn it. This is going to be awful. This is going to be awful. All my hooks just spilled in my pocket. Oh gosh, that's a lot of hookage. Let me get this in. What's up, Misa? Or Mia's Adventures? Sorry. Dan. Nice. Alright, one sec, guys. I just had probably about 20 hooks spill into my pocket there. Maybe not quite 20, but almost. Okay. That was a lot smoother than I thought it was going to be. I thought I was going to have to like pull my pocket inside out and unhook stuff. We're good though. What's up, Sean? How are you today? I'll take it. I'll use it, or at least maybe try to use it. All right, let's hope that doesn't happen again. Alrighty. Oh yeah, I'll take it. I'll take any free stuff. Let's get it up and over that little spot there. Oh. Oh. What was that? That seemed decent. I wonder if it was on, because I was just bringing up some slack there. I wonder if it was on when it sank. Gosh darn it. Cody. What's up, Jared? How are you? It's exactly why I don't buy any more baits, because like I'll like see interesting baits in the store, and it's either I'll buy it and then I won't use it forever, or I'll buy it and then the next time I go fishing it gets stuck. Maybe that was a turtle, because there's a turtle right about where. Because maybe it could have been that the line fell on the turtle. I don't know though. I didn't feel a bite, and then all of a sudden I reeled up my slack and it just, for a split second, took some drag. Guys, we got about an hour left of fishing. Let's try to hit those goals of 100 likes, $5 in donation, and 1 member. Try a banjo minnow. I have a little minnow on my other pole. It's like a Bobby Garland, or however you say his last name, minnow. I've at least opened all of my stuff. I think I have like 1 or 2 topwater frogs that are unopened. But everything else I've opened, at least. I have a bunch of soft plastics that are a lot bigger that I've like taken 1 or 2 out, and then I just have taken out of my bag because I'm never going to use them. Maybe we could do a giveaway with some of those. Oh, okay, we're back. We lost connection there for a second, guys. Sorry about that. A helicopter lure, what's that? I've never heard of a helicopter lure before. Come here, fishes. I would like to catch another one of you. I want to know what hit us out there. Guys, we should really work on a KY jelly fishing scent that we were talking about yesterday. Spider-Man. Yeah, guys, I'm still going tomorrow, but I'm not going to go as early. It's all right, though. I got to help out with some family. I'm only going to go to the, 2 or 3 hour later showing, though. I was going to go at noon tomorrow. Now I'm going to go at 3:30. Actually, now that I think about it, it'll kind of work out. Because then instead of getting home at 3 or 4 p.m. and I just feel the need to go to sleep, I'll get home at 5 or 6 p.m. and I won't fall asleep too early. Ah, okay. Yeah, I know who I'm subscribed to him on YouTube. I know who you're talking about. I haven't heard of the helicopter lure, though. I've probably seen one. I just didn't know that's what it was called. What's up, soda can? It makes any bait glide. Oh. KY jelly slip into your PB's lips. Jesus. That's actually a really good one. Last cast at this spot, and then we'll move down the bank. Oh, you can't? His name is Chuck V7B. He asked about the helicopter lure, and then I said no, and then he said something. He said Ronald Martin makes the helicopter lure or whatever. And then that's why I said I'm subscribed to him, but I don't know what you're talking. I probably have seen it, but I didn't know it was called that. Hello, Whitney. How are you today? Welcome in. All right, let's move down. Oh, Dotty. Whitney with the good luck, have fun gift. W. Whitney in the chat. I appreciate the donation. Alrighty. That's weird. I don't know why you guys can't see it. With the gold coin, W. Whitney again. With the gifts. Let's see if we can't hit that $5 in donations goal today, guys. If you donate $1 or more, you will be written down in the Hall of Fame or become any level member. We also still need to hit that 1 member goal and 100 likes. No, I have other places, but this time of year, this is for bank fishing. It's the best place. Once it starts to cool off again, well, because at the beginning of the year, we went to another lake that's down the road, but during the summer, that lake grows, it gets very, very overgrown. Like so much that even like weedless stuff has trouble fishing there. And so we just don't go there during the summer now. Well, this is our first year, but I think what the plan is we're going to stay out at this lake during like the really hot days, and then like in winter during like the really, really cold days, we'll probably come out here. But once it's like springtime, beginning of summer, and then like end of summer, fall time, we'll start adding the Sanborn Lake back into the rotation. And then also we'll start moving around this lake too. It's just so hot right now that like I catch stuff about every time we come here. So plus there's not much shade like on the like bank, the actual bank. There's like obviously there's some shade there, but like the only spot I can get to is like where that little small like green, where all the shrubbery ends right here, where my pole's pointing. That's the one spot, and then there's like one little spot you can get down into, but even then you can't like cast along all of that. And really, like, other than this bridge and then the two other bridges on the lake, which there's one over there, that one I could walk to if I really wanted to. This other one, the water's too high. You can get down to it though, but the water's too high right now for me to want to even try that. But other than those three bridges, and then maybe like a couple spots like this where some like trees and stuff kind of hang over, there's not much shade out here. But it's still pretty good fishing if you fish around in the shade. It's better than Sanborn, because Sanborn Lake this time of year barely catch a bluegill. There is one part of the lake you can go and catch a bunch at, but W. Whitney with the 100s. Hello there, naders. We're using some jig heads with a 2-inch curly tail grub and like a 3-inch swimming minnow. Cluster of pond. I don't know. I would probably go to the deeper water, Cody, if I had a choice. You got your rod? Nice. Soda can. Yeah, no, it is. This is, and also the Sanborn Lake. It has a trail around it, but it's not a paved path like this and everything. It's an actual like trail that they like carved out in the middle of the woods around the lake, which is still pretty easy compared to other lakes. It's still somewhat easy access. But everything's grown up over there. Half of my spots aren't even fishable right now. And then, like I just said, it's super hot, so that's why we're sticking around this area. Once it starts getting cool, though, we are going to start moving around here a lot more. And it's also slightly... I know I could go over to some of these spots and without shade and still catch stuff. But the shade part is also mainly for my phone. Once it's about like this time and later, it really heats my phone up and it will cause overheating. That's the main thing too, actually. Otherwise, we would probably explore a little bit more now. Like in the mornings that we're coming out, it's just, I don't want to overheat my phone. And then on top of what everything I just said about the shade and whatnot. What's up, Outdoors with Scooter? How are you today? Sinistar, WW, Whitney. Seems like a big one. Do it then, Cody. Do it. Hitting a new lake. Well, good luck to both of you guys. Or no, that's excellent. Sorry. That said reservoir seems like... But either way, good luck to Cody and excellent. But then I did see someone I meant about a kayak. They asked something about a kayak. I don't have one. I want to get one, though. That'll open up a lot, too. But even then, like I said, we'll have to think about shade or like the way that the kayak is facing, so that way my phone doesn't overheat. What's up, iFish? How are you today? I hope it is then, Cody. I think, honestly, if it wasn't so hot, the bite would be pretty good today. Guys, can we get 7 more likes for 100? All right, one more set of fan casts with this guy, and then we'll throw the other minnow around here. Hell yeah. I do this as a job now, so I can do this pretty much whenever I want to. Yeah, guys, let's see if can we get to 100 likes before I catch the last fish of stream today. Yes, excellent. Yes, today's going really good. 7.5 out of 10. There we go, fish. Seemed a lot bigger. He just kind of thumped it. Third fish today. Well, see, Cody, your fishing app might say it's like a 7 out of 10, but it's probably like my rating is a little bit different because of my stream. So the 7 out of 10 fishing rating, whatever app or whatever you're using, boom, nice little crappie. The 7 out of 10 is probably like a 3 or 4 out of 5 out of. That's actually not quite a 3. It's probably more like a 4 or 5 out of 10 for my rating. Because my rating is if we're not catching more than 3 fish, then it's less. It's 5 out of 10 or less. If we catch anything more than 3 fish, then it's automatically a 5. And then if we catch anything more than 5 fish, it's an automatic 7 out of 10. Let's get this slime off. Because I used ChatGPT and I had to finally like set rules so that way it understands like the weather conditions and everything, and like that I stream. Because when I look at like the weather for fishing, it's not just like, oh, is it good enough to where I can go catch one fish? It's, for me right now, it's, can I go out and have a good stream, an entertaining stream, and catch multiple fish? Is it worth my time and energy if I'm just going to catch one fish and then the stream not be as good, if I can then just wait till the next day and actually have somewhat of a normal stream? If I wasn't streaming, then that rating, what I just explained, would not be in effect. One fish on the day would be a success for me. But because I'm streaming and making content, one fish does get the skunk off. It feels nice to catch that fish, but that's not a necessarily like good day of fishing for me. Yes, exactly, Cody. Or I guess Excellent said this. That. Or actually, hold on. Who said that? What's my PB? Is a 25-pound flathead. What's up, Mary? What's good looking crappie? One fish this week. Oh, it covers like boats too. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Thank you for the sub. Yeah, they should make one for bank. I didn't even think about that. That probably is they like taking boat fishing into consideration for that. Because that's also what one of my like rules I gave ChatGPT is that I only bank fish also. I got it pretty dialed down now. Most of the time I don't ask though. Just because I'm going to come out no matter what. And I know that I can, like, I'm pretty good at being able to like look at the weather now and judge it and be like, okay, we should probably take today off, or let's go ahead and just go out today. Plus, like if you guys have been around watching me for a while, I don't really care what we catch either. Obviously, I would love to catch the bigger fish, the largemouth and whatnot, but I throw stuff to catch any species, any size pretty much. I just like catching the fish and looking at them. And then if they're bigger, it's just a bonus. Okay, excellent. What's up, Cody? How are you? Louisiana. We're in Stillwater, Oklahoma, at Boomer Lake. Yeah, no, as long as we're catching fish, dude. I just like fishing. It's also like when we were talking about how like fishing YouTubers, like a lot of them have like a Mr. Beast style video, which it works and gets views, don't get me wrong, but I don't personally like that type of content. But it's the same thing as like if I'm not catching a 2-pound largemouth or more, then I'm not having fun. It's like kind of the same. There's a lot of those people have that same mentality I just said there. I just want to catch stuff and have a good time out here and relax and talk with you guys, grow our channel, grow the community. And yeah. See, that's the thing too with my kayak. I would want to get like pedals instead of like I would bring an oar or whatever they're called. I would bring that, but I would definitely want one with like bike pedals because like that would make it easier to be able to go further on the lake. Because I could definitely see it being tiring if you're casting and then you also have to control it with the paddles. Don't get me wrong though, I do like occasionally do like to keep bigger stuff on and try to get bigger fish. But that can't always be your mindset. Guys, can we get 4 more likes? I beat you guys. I caught a fish before the 100 likes. Haha. What are you fishing for? First off. Oh, I just almost slipped. Just don't have the motor. Yeah, that's understandable. Yeah, that too. I would also have to be worrying about stream too, on top of like the kayak and everything. I don't think we're getting this guy back here. Yeah, whoever asked about the soft plastics, what fish are you targeting? Because either you're targeting fish with teeth and that's just normal, or you're not quite putting the soft plastic on the right way. Actually, let's go here in the shade so I can retie. Guys, one more like. One more like, and then I'll try to get one more fish, and then I think we're going to call it. Either one more fish or another 32 minutes of fishing, whichever comes first. I do too, but honestly, like, obviously I don't ever want to break off, but that's why I'm kind of wanting to do a little bit more soft plastic stuff, because like what we just lost was maybe 50 cents, 75 cents worth of gear. So obviously I don't ever want to lose stuff, but it's not that big of a deal. Especially when you compare it to the $20 I've lost in the past week of crankbaits. I don't do a whole lot. I have gone saltwater fishing, but I don't do a whole lot of it, so I couldn't give you any good tips, to be honest. Yeah, I looked at it. I left a comment on it. Excellent. I was like, I wonder if it gives good knots or not, or if it's just like one of those gimmicks. I'm ready to go hands-free. I want one of those really fancy ones. Nice. No, I don't ever use leaders out here. Think we're gonna grab my other pole and just go into the shade. On the other side of the bridge. All right, let's do it. Yeah, no, I don't use braid. I use, actually, I don't remember what this one is. It's either fluoro or mono. This pole is mono. I know that. But I've also never used braided line, and I don't use a leader. Hell yeah. Well, happy early birthday. My nephew's 10th birthday is next Tuesday. Actually, let's do some casting right around here. There's a decent little shade. There's a break in the shade and then more shade too. And then we'll go on the other side of the bridge if we don't catch anything. Thank you guys for 100 likes. Can we hit our other goals of $5 in donations and 1 member before the end of stream today? Which is either in 34 minutes or if I catch another fish. Please let me get out of here. There we go. What's up, Trolley Wally? Yes, we've caught, what, like 3, 4 crappie? Forget. It's either 3 or 4. They're on the bigger side out here, too, so not too bad. Honestly, with the heat today, it's been a good day of fishing. Woke up at 4 a.m. My phone already said it was 80 degrees. Yeah, hell yeah. That's what polarized glasses always help. Because even if you don't see the fish, you can see like structure or other things under the water too. All right. Nature is telling me to just go onto that bridge. We've gotten stuck twice there. Yeah, this water is a bit stained, more stained than the other lake I fished. The other lake is a lot more clear than this water. Ah, some people cut down the bush. Guys, take a water break if you got one. Hot one. Like that, you have a prescription. What's up, Mad Dog? How are you today? What's up, Vortex? How are you? Good luck fishing. Yeah, it's supposed to be over 100 again today. But the past few days, it was at least getting down to like the low 70s. Last night, it stayed in the 80s. Oh no, my lake, the other lake is maybe like a couple of feet of visibility. It's not that clear. That's a pretty clear lake. Yeah, guys, normally we fish for about 3 to 4 hours, but like I've been saying, a few different factors today, we're gonna keep it on the shorter side. Five feet of the, see, no, not really that clear either. But ours is just because of the red dirt that we have here in Oklahoma. If we didn't have the red dirt that we had, some of the lakes would be a lot more clear than they are. Guys, hit that like, hit that sub button, hit that bell notification. Thank you guys for 100 likes already. We're also real close to 2,500 subscribers. I don't know. We possibly might hit it today. If we don't hit it today, we'll be really close. Like 5 to 10 off if we don't hit it today. Lake Lanier. Ah, nice. Oh, baby, I love your way every day. Na, na, na. Spider-Man, dude. I'm so hyped for Spider-Man tomorrow. Oh man, dude. I feel like a kid again going to see a superhero movie. Plus, I haven't read any reviews or watched anything, but there's two people I watch on YouTube, and they both posted reviews, and the thumbnail, they're like, one of them in the thumbnail he's posing like Spider-Man, the other one he's smiling, and normally these guys will like show like if they like somewhat of emotion in their thumbnails, they'll like either frown, smile, or like grin or something to like give a sneak peek of what they thought about it. But both people, like, their reviews the thumbnails. It looks one guy's posing like Spider-Man, so that's how I know it's good. I don't want to hear anything either. I'm trying not to read or watch anything. I did see the one of the people that one of the music artists that they have their song in the movie. They said it, I won't say the spoiler. I mean, it was one of the spoilers that everybody was already guessing. I'll say that. But they like confirmed one of the things on the red carpet. I think it was yesterday or whatever. It was funny. They just can't get, for whatever reason, Spider-Man always gets spoiled with certain things. Spotted bass, we don't have any here. I wish we had a little bit more diverse fish in here. It just gets too hot. The weather here is just too unstable. It's not like because some winters we won't really have that cold of a winter, but then the next year's winter it'll be really bad. It's just so bipolar here. The fish that are sensitive to weather just can't live here. Let's just try it not sinking and then retrieve it. Yeah, definitely not. Yeah, there are some in Oklahoma that have it. Not in Stillwater, though. Stillwater is kind of weird where it's located and stuff. I want to go to the Ozarks that are in Oklahoma and go trout fishing. And I think that's also where some of the smallmouth fishing is. Tin Killer has smallmouth? Okay. I've never caught a smallmouth in my life, or at least that, I don't remember. If I have caught one, then I didn't know it was a smallmouth or whatever at the time. But I'm pretty sure I've never caught a smallmouth. There's several things once we start making enough money here on the channel, several species that I've never caught that I can drive an hour or 2, 3 hours at the most and just get a completely different body of water that has different species and stuff. Definitely want to start targeting some species that I've never caught before, because even that flathead that I caught last week, I've never caught a flathead catfish before until then. Grand Lake has spots in large. I've been to Grand Lake. I didn't fish there though. I went there with a friend to their grandparents' lake house for the 4th of July. Here we go, fish. Nice. Heck yeah, guys. Ooh, he's getting some shoulders on him. He's almost a slab. Boom, guys, boom. All of the crappie have been about the same size today. They're a little bit smaller than a slab. All right, one more cast, guys, and then we'll probably get out of here. Yeah, exactly. Excellent. Excellent. Of course, the first flathead I catch is on 6-pound line, and I'm not even targeting catfish. And it's a really good, decent one too. You didn't like it, Dan? I had a feeling it was either you're either going to find it boring or you were going to like it a lot. Because there is a lot of talking and stuff, but I didn't mind it. But also, I've only watched it once, and that was when it came out in theaters, so. It was probably a better watch in theaters for me. If I watched it at home, I could see myself turning it off. Oh. Grand Lake is a great fishery. I'll have to go back there. Lake Superior. I've been to all the Great Lakes because I used to live in Michigan when I was real young. I've swam in Lake Michigan before. But I was like 3 years old when we lived there, so like I don't really remember a whole lot of stuff. But I do have some memories of swimming in Lake Michigan because there's like waves like the ocean. Bucket list lakes. I don't really know about lakes. There are like certain fish that I want to catch. Like I want to catch a pike muskie. I would like to catch a snakehead or like a tilapia or something. One of those invasive ones. I haven't caught a carp. I've never caught a carp. There are carp here. There's a lot of fish that I haven't caught. It's mainly by like fish. I don't really know a whole other than like the real popular lakes like Lake Okeechobee, Grand Lake, Lake, yeah, like even that. I don't even know. Lake Okeechobee. That's literally the only one that I can think of that's like popular off the top of my head. I don't really know the lake names. There are like states I would like to go to, like Florida. I'd love to go to Colorado. I'd like to go up in the mountains and stuff like that. I do catfish, but it's funny. Recently, when I've been catfishing with like live and cut bait, I've caught one catfish, but then I switch to crankbaits and jigs, and I catch like 10 catfish in a week. So I do try to, but I catch more catfish when I'm not catfishing, which is hilarious. Like Erie walleye fishing crazy right now. Yeah, maybe next year by the start of summer we might be making enough to where we can maybe at least do like one trip next year or something like that. I have crappie slime all over me. We're in Stillwater, Oklahoma. Fish 02. Did I miss any? What would crank? Probably see Spider-Man. Okay, no, I didn't miss any. But yeah, anyways, guys, that's going to do it for today's stream. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for the support as always. Keeping it a little bit shorter today because of my schedule and the weather. But normally we stream for about 3 to 4 hours out here, Tuesday through Sunday. I get out here as long as family, weather, and health allows me to be out here. Most Mondays I take off, but occasionally we might do a Monday stream, but like 95% of Mondays I take off. And then also I upload shorts on Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I don't always upload I don't upload 4 shorts a week, but if I do upload shorts, those on those days. Speaking of shorts, you guys aren't going to get a short until Friday this week because tomorrow I won't be live, and then Saturday and Sunday I won't be live, and then I know for a fact next Tuesday I won't be live. And so we'll just have to see what happens on Monday and Friday to see if we can't get out here and do a stream. But that's why I'm gonna upload probably 3 or 4 shorts this weekend. So that's why no shorts until this Friday. But yeah, no stream tomorrow, guys. I'm gonna go see the new Spider-Man, and then I also gotta help out with some family stuff because school's starting back and whatnot. So. Yeah, sorry, Sports Snatcher. I feel bad too. You seem like a chill dude, so sorry about that. Hopefully you come back in a future live stream. But yeah, other than that, just look out for the bell notification. After Tuesday next week, it'll go back to a normal scheduling. Like I said, Tuesday through Sundays, I try to get out here as much as I can. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Make sure you guys hit that like, sub button, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, comment, share, check out all my links, follow what you can. Also consider becoming a member on the channel or leaving $1 or more donation while I'm live will get you written down in the Hall of Fame. We're also doing our first giveaway on the channel, which is the pinned community tab posts on how to enter, and that's also where you guys will enter is that post too. And also, we're real close. I don't know if we hit 2,500 subscribers today or not, but we're real close to that too. And then probably mid-August, we'll probably, or actually after next week, I'll announce when our celebration stream is, but it'll probably be around like the second or third week of August is when we'll celebrate all the different like milestones, like subscribers and the most likes we've gotten in a stream and all the different milestones we've hit. Plus that day I'll announce the giveaway winner. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here before I mumble on. Have a good rest of your day, Will, Dan, Sports Snatcher, that one random person, excellent, Cody, Rogas, Fish02, Craig. Is there anybody else? Nope. Okay, that's as far as I'm going to scroll back. Have a good day, anybody else watching this. Have a good rest of the day to the rest of my mods. If you guys are watching this later on, have a good day. Have a good night. Have a good future. I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Goodbye.